Hello and welcome, my wrist-free warriors. It's great to be with you. If you're new, I'm James. We're going to work really intensively today. It's going to be a strong, tough workout for your whole body without putting any weight in your hands or wrists at all. We are going to take a couple of postures on the forearms, things like forearm plank, but I'll give a few different options for you to work with. If you are working with a shoulder or elbow injury, listen to your body, go easy on yourself, and take the option that works best for you. Let's get cracking. So let's begin at the front of the mat. Start with your feet hip distance apart. Release your hands down and gently lift the chest towards the sky. Let's take 3 deep breaths to begin. Exhaling to center yourself. Inhaling to bring in energy, life, light, strength. One more. On your next natural breath in, lift the arms up round the ears. Bend your knees, fold, reach your arms back like dragon wings. Lift into a chair pose, arms parallel to the ground, hips back. Just sit here for 5 breaths. The weight is a bit more in your heels. Shoulders relaxed. Sense the breath deep in the body. On your next breath out, let's fold, dragon wings. Inhale all the way back up to stand, arms overhead. And again, exhale, dragon wings. Chair pose, breathing in. Left foot steps back, back knee down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, reach the arms back, chest forwards, dragon wings. 2 more of these. And we just start to warm up slowly, preparing the body for the other movements that are ahead. This time as you lift the arms up, could you open the arms wide to the right, twist. Come back to center, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Straighten your front leg and slowly and controlled lower the left knee down, kiss the ground with the knee, press back up for 5. 4, front leg straightens. 3, 2, 1. As you come into your high lunge, bend your front knee, open your arms to the right just for a moment, and then come back to center, back heel down, warrior 2. Spread the toes on your front foot, stabilize your front knee above your front ankle. Let's reverse. Reach both arms forwards like you're reaching for the sun, and reverse. Reach for the sun, and reverse. One more time. Reach for the sun between the hands. Reverse. Straighten the front leg this time. Reach the right arm forwards for your first triangle pose. Don't worry about coming down super low yet. You could gently rest the hand on the shin or float the hand. Just beginning to prepare and heat up the body. Press through both feet, expand. And then come back to your warrior 2. From here, high lunge. Lower the back knee down to the ground again. Just once, dragon wings. This time as you come back, slide your right foot back. Come into a tall kneeling position. From here, could you tuck the tailbone under, squeeze your butt, and reach the hands in front. From here, you could keep the toes tucked or you could untuck the toes. And start to tuck the tailbone, sit back a little bit, just a little bit, tuck the tailbone, keep your tummy flat, and then slowly come back up. Step the right foot forwards, followed by the left, chair pose. All the way to stand, mountain pose. Here we go, second side, lifting. Dragon wings in the fold. Chair pose, breathing in. Right foot steps back, knee down. Dragon wings. Channeling the strength of a dragon, the fierceness, the grace, the power. And now as you lift, open the arms to the left, twisting. Back to center, high lunge, pressing up. Straighten the front leg to prepare. Back knee down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the front knee, open the arms to the left, standing twist. And round to your warrior 2, back heel down. Take a moment, check that front knee is stable. And let's reverse. Keep that front knee really steady. Reach for the sun. 2 more times. I'm pressing into my back heel and my front heel as I do this. Strong, powerful legs. Reversing. From here, arms come back up. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Again, no weight in the hand or the wrist. And triangle as a posture is about expansion, really spreading the arms wide, reaching through the legs. And back to your warrior 2. From here, high lunge. Lower the back knee down. Once again, wiggle that left knee back. Ha-ha. This time take the hands either side of your hips, turn the palms forwards. Tuck the tailbone under, squeeze your glutes ferociously. And we're going to lean back with the hands either side of the hips. Lean back. We're going to hold, tuck the tailbone under for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly come back. Left foot steps forwards, followed by the right. Chair pose, mountain pose. Take 2 breaths here. We're going to build on this sequence bit by bit, folks. When you're ready, arms lift. Option to arch back this time. Dragon wing fold. Chair pose. This time lift the heels off the floor. Hold. Option to breathe here or option to lower down. 5. Back up. 4. Go down as low as feels good. 3. Heels stay off the floor. 2. 1. Left foot steps back, heel comes down. Dragon wings. Reaching up. 1 more time. Arms lift, open the arms to the right, kneeling twist. This time as an option, you could lift the left arm, reach the right fingertips towards the back heel. Spread the arms. And now come back to center. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. And 5, 4, it's all in the legs, folks. 3, 2, just kissing the knee to the ground. 1, once again, high lunge. Open the arms to the right. Warrior 2, all the way round. Reversing, building on the sequence, reach for the sun. This time as you come back, straighten your front leg, lift the toes. Bend the back knee, touch the hands to the knee or to touch the floor. Warrior 2 to reach for the sun. Touch the knee or touch the floor. Reach for the sun. Touch the knee or touch the floor, the earth. Reach for the sun. Warrior 2, from here, hands free, half moon. Step your back foot in a little bit. And the hand stays off the floor as you transition. Left leg comes up. Wobble, wobble. Floating, floating. If you're new to this, it's going to be really tough. If you've been doing it with me for a while, still probably really tough, and that's okay. 3, 2, 1. Step forwards, mountain pose. Weight stays in the right foot. From here, take your arms out in front of you. Bend the left knee and bring the heel towards your butt. Now look down. If your knee is poking out in front of you like this, send it down to the ground. Tuck your tailbone, heel in. 5, 4, it can get crampy, go easy. 3, 2, 1. Draw the knee into the chest and place the foot down. Inhale, arms lift. Option for a little back bend. Dragon wing fold. Chair pose, heels lift. Straight back with the right foot this time, knee down. Dragon wings. 2 and 1. Open the arms to the left. Option to breathe here or to reverse. Reach from the left fingertips back. Top tip, lift your pubic bone up, so tuck under. That'll keep your lower back happy. We like a happy lower back. From here, come back to center, back toes tucked, lift up, straighten the front leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the front knee, arms open to the left. Warrior 2, back heel down. Reversing together, reach for the sun. Now either touch the knee or touch the earth. Front toes lift, bend the back knee. The sun, the earth, sun, earth. From here, warrior 2, step your back foot in a little bit. Half moon, hands free. As you find the balance, really press through your right heel, flex that right foot. Think like triangle, expand, open. 3 more breaths. Stand at the front of your mat. Weight on the left foot, right heel comes in. Arms forwards. Take a look at your beautiful knee and send it back where you can't see it. Tuck your tailbone. Squeeze the heel in. I can feel my hamstrings on the edge of cramp. So if you're there as well, join the club. It's good to work. 1 more breath. Bring the knee into the chest, hold, hover, and replace the foot. For a moment here, step your feet as wide as your shoulders, turn the toes out slightly. Lift your arms up alongside your ears. We're going to lean over to the right, keep the legs quite straight, side bend. Exhale, back up. Take a breath in. Over we go to the left. On your next exhale, come back up. 1 more time each side. Work those side obliques, the side of the waist. And come back to center. Feet hip distance apart at the front of your mat. Inhale, lift the arms, option to back bend. Same sequence, but adding to it, dragon wing fold. Chair pose, hold it, lift the heels. 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels. Option 1, breathe here. Option 2, bring the feet together and bring the right heel in towards your glutes. One-legged chair. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the knees. Shift and switch. Left leg, squeeze the knees. From here, release down, lift the heels, come into a low squat. We're going to slowly lower down, roll onto your back, and float your knees above your hips, shins parallel to the floor. Reach your arms forwards, squeeze the knees, and up we come. 5, reach forwards and down. Exhale, 4, and down. Keep your knees above your hips. Check, check, check. 3, that's it. 2, 1. From here, straighten the legs towards the sky. This time, open the legs into a V shape. So open them wide, point the feet. Hands reach through between the legs. Coming up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs together. Take the legs at a 45-degree angle to the floor. Curling up, this is the starting position. We're going to reach forwards towards the ankles. Reaching forwards towards the ankles, lifting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch behind your knees. Rock up back into the squat, chair pose. Left foot steps back. Inhale, arms lift. Let's keep it going. Dragon wings just once. Open the arms to the right. Option to pause here or to reverse. Some of you might tickle the back heel with the fingertips, gently resting, leaning back, and then come back to center, back toes tuck. Lift the knee, just 1 pulse, knee down for 1. High lunge, arms open to the right. Warrior 2, cooking with gas now. Let's reverse. Reach for the sun. Touch the earth just once. Reach for the sun. Half moon, hands free. Find your center. Expand, be strong. You are strong, whether you realize it or not. Know that's true. Step to the front of your mat, mountain pose. This time, as you shift the weight into the right foot, left knee bends, bring the heel in. I'm going to face this way so you can see what we're going to do now. With the arms forwards, take the knee back, but tuck your tailbone, no back bend. Take your knee out to the side and bring it back for 5, 4, 3, semicircles, 2, 1. This time catch the knee in front of you and then begin to release, arms forward, straighten the leg, hold, point the foot, 5, 4, 3, if you're shaking, excellent, 2, you're getting stronger, 1, release the foot down, inhale, arms lift, arching back, dragon wings folding forwards, you've got this, come on, chair pose, lift the heels, lower the heels, step the feet together again, bring the left heel towards your glutes, squeeze, switch legs, right heel, squeeze, lower back down, come into the squat, lying all the way back down, curl in. Once again, knees bend, shins parallel. Take a moment, catch up if you're catching up. We're moving quite fast today. Reach the hands forwards and lifting up for 5, 4, squeeze those knees. 3, 2, 1. Once again, lift the legs, open the legs wide, reach the hands through. Option 1, reach through. Option 2, reach through, tap the floor, come back. Reach through, or reach through, tap the floor, come back. 2 more. And release. Legs at a 45-degree angle, we're nearly there. Reach up, 5, touch the ankles or the shins. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock up, squat position, chair pose. We're nearly there. Hold your chair. I said it was intense. It's what you came for. Soften into it. It's all temporary. You've got this. Mountain pose. Give yourself a moment. You could join the palms if that feels meaningful to you. If it doesn't, you don't need to, right? You know. Calm the breath. Release the hands. Inhale, lift the arms, little back bend. Dragon wings folding forwards. Lift up into chair. Left foot steps back, back knee down. Step your right foot back and your knee back. So I'm going to play a little game here. This is a tricky one. So I'm going to be kneeling like this, and I might have my toes tucked or my toes untucked, whatever feels better in my knee. And for this next bit, I sometimes pad my knee up. So I'm going to pad my right knee up by folding my mat in half or putting a towel there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my arms out like we did standing, tuck under, glutes on, and I'm going to see if I can shift into my right knee and float my left knee up and squeeze the heel in. Now, could I take the knee out to the side and step the foot forwards? So I'm not doing this, I'm not just bringing the foot forwards, that's way too easy for you folks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and circle the knee out to the side and step forwards for 1, circle back, and forwards, big circle, 2, just 3 of these. Challenging your balance, challenging your true core, the deep core. It's not just your abs. 3, I'm using the wall. And lower down. Let's switch legs. So again, you could pad up the left knee if you need to. From here, arms come out. Bend the right knee, squeeze the heel in. And take the knee way out to the side, like you're lifting it over something. 1, and back. 2, 3. And now from here, untuck the toes, bring your palms either side of your hips, tuck under, glutes on, leaning back, squeeze the glutes, tuck, tuck, tuck. 5. Feeling this in the top of the thighs. If you feel it in your lower back, tuck the tailbone under, squeeze your glutes more. 3, 2, 1. Release. Child's pose with the palms facing the sky. Let your head hang for a moment. From here, we're going to come down onto the forearms. Elbows below shoulders, palms apart and the palms flat. If you're working with a shoulder injury or an elbow injury, I would advise you stay here and press the elbows down and work on stabilizing in this first position. If your shoulders and elbows are good to go, you're going to tuck your toes and lift your knees into a dolphin. Now in dolphin, I'm pressing into my elbows and sticking my bum up and back. See if you could let your head hang, let the neck release. Calm breaths. Keep pressing into the elbows to lift yourself away from the floor if you're in dolphin. Last couple breaths. And then lower down. Come to a kneeling position very briefly. Lift the arms for a moment, take a big breath in. Let it all out. Once again, coming back into dolphin. Optional variation this time. If dolphin is fairly okay for you and it feels okay to be here, I'm going to invite you to explore taking your shoulders forwards until they float above your wrists. If that feels okay, tuck your tailbone, drop your neck, holding. Wherever you are, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. From here, step your right foot forwards. To wipe my face. And tuck the tailbone under. From here, I'm going to rest my right hand on top of my right knee. I'm tucking under, my glutes are on. And I'm going to circle that left arm back 2 times. This time as you reach back, keep the thumb facing the sky, reach back through the hand, and as an option, bend your back knee and hold the inside edge of the foot, provided that doesn't aggravate anything going on in the wrist or the hand. Now either way, whichever position you're in, if it feels good, start to drop the hips forwards and down, lift the heart. If you have the foot, gently press the foot back to stretch the shoulder. And if this feels good, you can bring the first finger and your thumb together in what's called Gyan Mudra, the mudra or the hand gesture for wisdom and intuition and intelligence. So you could reach that forwards, just inviting the possibility that this practice can bring us strength and wisdom. Take one more breath here. And now slowly release, tuck your back toes, float your fingertips in front of you, and as an option, start to sit the right hip back, straightening the front leg and folding. And you might not come all the way this far down. Maybe you're a little bit more here. Maybe it's a bit more active, that front leg straightening. 2 more breaths. And then slowly release from here. Switch legs, left foot comes forwards. Left hand on the knee, circling right arm. Thumb faces up as you reach the hand back. Option to breathe here or to catch the inside edge of the foot. If you have the foot, you might press it back. And either way, whichever position, you could lower the hips forwards and down. I'm still trying to tuck under. I'm still keeping my lower back as long as I can. Maybe I take that hand gesture, sometimes called a mudra, just the intention or the idea of inviting in wisdom, intelligence, as well as strength. From here, start to release, get ready to sit back, hands free. Heel, hip towards the heel. Maybe you're here, maybe you come down, or maybe you can come all the way down. It's actually easier in some ways. It's less energy. We all have different patterns in the body, and it's beautiful. Whether your hamstrings are long and flexible, or whether they're not as long but really strong, right? There's always a balance. We're always working on something. Slowly come forwards. Once again, step the foot back, kneeling position. Last time, hands either side of the waist, tuck under. Think about leaning back and keeping your shoulders and your hips in a line. So I'm not going into my back like this. I'm keeping my ribs in, keeping my tailbone tucked, and holding. I always imagine I'm a pop star on the stage like this. Whether it's Cher or Tina Turner or Lady Gaga or someone, you know. Distracting you for 2. 1, release. Child's pose, palms face the sky. Just empty the breath. Gather your energy. We've got one last little bit of standing work coming up. It's the peak of the sequence. So get ready for it, but having a playful attitude. We don't have to take it so seriously. Slowly come up, step 1 foot forwards, then the other, mountain pose. Building on all the stuff we've done so far, let's do this. Arms rise, little back bend. Folding dragon wings. Chair pose, lifting up. From here, left foot steps back, knee down. Inhale, arms reach, dragon wings. Arms open to the right. Option to lean back into the back bend. And now come back to center, tuck your back toes, lift up. Warrior 2 straight away this time. Let's reverse. Half moon, hands free, just for a moment. And now stay in the balance. Start to rotate the hip. Warrior 3, left leg comes back, arms come back. Level your shoulders and hips to the ground. Now as you come to stand, stay in the balance. Left heel towards the glutes, hold it here. Left hand comes back, catch the inside edge of the foot for dancer's pose. Right hand reaches forwards, maybe in Gyan Mudra, maybe not. Press the foot gently into the hand if that feels okay. 5 breaths in dancer's pose. Use the foot to help lift the chest. 3, 2, listen closely, release the foot, bring the knee into the chest, hold. Option 1, hold the knee with the left hand. Option 2, catch the big toe with the left fingers. Either way, you're now going to take that right arm out to the side and take your hip out to the side. Knee could be bent or you could have the big toe. From here, we're going to fold forwards. I'm holding the knee in this version, but I could equally have the big toe and the leg straight. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Lower the fingertips to brush the ground. Standing split, left leg comes up, stay strong. From here, fingertips barely touching the ground. Left knee comes in, flamingo fold. Optional pistol squat. Here it is. Either stay here or lift the right heel, swing the left leg through, and point the left foot. If you're working on standing up, use a bit of furniture, use a wall, and you can bring yourself to come up. Whoa. And back down. If it's out of reach, no worries, it took me time. Feed the leg back through, standing split. Step the left foot back, back knee down. Crescent lunge. Dragon wings. From here, left arm comes back. Option to catch the foot or not. If you're catching the foot easily, bring the foot in closer, and you can eventually slide the foot into the elbow crease. So you can wiggle the foot up the forearm so you have it in the elbow. If you're in this position, drop the hips, right arm forwards. If you have the foot in the elbow, eventually that top hand can come over and you can bind the fingers, but it's a really deep pose. It requires a lot of flexibility. So if that's not quite there for you, don't worry. Holding the foot or being here. Slowly release. Child's pose, take 3 big breaths out. Slowly come up. Step 1 foot forwards, then the next. Mountain pose. Second side. We've got a whole upper side to do. Arms lift. Dig deep into your strength. Last bit here, dragon wings. Chair pose, right foot back, knee down. Lifting, dragon wings. Twist to the left, option to reach back into the back bend. And now from here, release, lifting up high lunge, straight into your warrior 2. Reversing, half moon, here it comes, it's the tough part of the sequence, or the extra tough, it's all tough. Now bend your left knee a little bit as you rotate into warrior 3. Feel your upper back is strong, this is about your back muscles. And now from here, as you stand, bring your right heel in towards your glutes. Right hand comes back, catch the inside edge of the foot. Dancing around, wobbling. Left hand forwards, dancer's pose. Again, if this doesn't feel good in your wrist, go hands free. You don't have to hold the foot. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee into the chest, stay in the balance. Left arm comes out to the side. Either catch the knee or the big toe. If you have the toe, straighten the leg. Release the hip out to the side. We're going to fly for a moment, flying dragons. Floating down halfway. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And now from here, really tricky. Release your fingertips down to the floor. Lift the left leg, or the right leg rather, standing split. Flamingo. Now you can take a few breaths in flamingo, or if it's a pistol squat kind of day, lift the left heel, no weight in the hands or barely any weight, knee into the chest, feed the leg through. Again, point the foot. If you're coming to stand, you could use your hands on a piece of furniture or not. Lower back down with control if you came up, go slow, 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 slow. Standing split, back foot down, arms lift. Last time, right hand reaches for the foot. If it catches, great. If it doesn't, don't worry. Option to take the foot towards the elbow. My arm is super glowy, so it can slide very easily. Take the left arm forwards. I'm resisting using the word sweat. It's perspiration. Optionally, you could reach the hands over and bind, or maybe not. 2 more breaths. We are there, folks. You made it. Release. Child's pose. Take a big breath out. The fire part of the sequence. And we're moving on from it now, cooling things down. Slowly curl up through the spine and find an easy way to come round and sit. As you sit, take your legs into a moderate V shape, not super wide, maybe like 60% of your limit. And could you bring the right foot against the left thigh? From here, take your fingertips either side of the bent knee, and then lift the right arm by your ear. We're going to side bend. I like to rest my elbow on my thigh. And if your thigh feels really tender when you do that, you could probably do with a massage or a foam roller. Yeah, I could. If you've got lots of space, the elbow can come to the floor, or eventually the shoulder onto the thigh and you hold the toes. But any expression of the pose is still the pose. Wonderful teacher Jason Crandall has that expression, so I give him credit for it. And then from here, I'm going to release, and I'm going to turn my body to face down the straight leg. And now keeping the palms lifted, I'm going to lift my chest. And imagine someone was gently drawing you forwards, gently pulling you forwards. And that might only be this far, and that's great. You can then rest the hands. Or maybe that allows you to come down a little bit further into the forward fold. And if it's difficult to sit up tall, you could just rest the hands on the thigh, bend the knee a little bit. That works too. From here, start to release your left foot. Could you now step it next to the right knee? As an option, if you've got the space, you could even step it over the knee onto the other side. But see if you can keep that left hip down on your mat. Either way, wrap the right arm around the knee and let's take a twist, looking over the left shoulder. And here we're just slowly bringing all those muscles that we worked so hard, cooling them down so that we feel good, later on and tomorrow. Kind of post-movement cool down is really helpful. It's really important, I think. Slowly release. And the other foot comes in, switching sides. Again, turn to face the knee to begin with. Left arm up as you arch over. Just resting wherever feels good. Just check the chest is moving towards the sky rather than down towards the ground. Turning to look under the arm. And then as you come back up, this time facing the straight leg, reaching forwards like you're being drawn into the posture, and then letting yourself rest into the fold. Sense into your breathing again, calm and slow and steady. As you slowly come up, the right foot, step it next to the left knee, or maybe over it, if that feels good. Wrapping around and turning to your right for the twist. If you like those little micro details in the practice, in this kind of posture, I find it helpful to imagine the back of my neck and the base of my skull lifting up like I'm being gently drawn up through the spine in a gentle way, but that makes me feel spacious and a little regal for some reason, like a king or a queen, a royal person, royal personage turning. And slowly coming back, unwind the legs. We're gonna come down. Just before we take a little Shavasana, take your feet wider than your hips. Let your arms flop out to the sides, and let's swish the knees a few times left to right. You could take a couple big breaths out through your mouth. And then you might slide the legs out or into whatever position feels good for rest for you. You could rest your hands on the front of the body or beside you. Just knowing this is just a couple of minutes here together to let everything settle, slow down, and returning to that centered place deep within us. The place where there's always peace and harmony and comfort and safety. Deep down at the center of your being. Just in these last few moments of rest here. Just for a moment, extending gratitude towards you, an acknowledgement of your effort, your commitment for being here, and doing something good for yourself, for your practice, for your well-being. It's not something to gloss over, right? Allow yourself to appreciate, yeah, I did something helpful maybe for myself. And there's goodness in that. So begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle fingers and toes. Take a little stretch out. And walk your feet in. And just take a few breaths here, no rush. We rush enough, right? So you might find a way to come up. Maybe you roll to one side, maybe rocking up is easier. Slowly, slowly. And just as we close, you could join the palms if it feels good to you, or simply resting the hands here. And bowing a little bit, just acknowledging your growing strength, your growing compassion that occurs through this practice. And bow to that. And we will close here. So thanks for joining me once again. It's a real pleasure, as always. Leave me feedback below. I love to hear from you. And please do hit subscribe. That will really, really help me out and enable me to keep making more of these videos. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Enjoy your practice.